Let us look at the following question. We are going to kick off with this particular question. Saka takatarisa that question iri kuti simplify m squared minus m minus 12 over m to the power 3 minus 9m. So kuti simplify this particular question, tapiwa m squared minus m minus 12 zvikanzi over m to the power 3 minus 9m. So how exactly are we going to simplify this? Chekutanga, we have to notice kuti our numerator is actually a quadratic expression. Why that it's quadratic? Because the highest power of m, which is our unknown kana kuti variable, is 2. Taka define a quadratic expression as an expression, cannot an algebraic expression where the highest power of the unknown is 2. Kana power ombesa in an expression R2 inge a quadratic expression. Because that is a quadratic expression, zoreva kuti we can simplify it through the method of factorization. Saka kuti tikwanise kutsaura m squared minus m minus 12 kuti tomboisa paside toisolva, tinenge takushandisa this little word. You say that chati consider kana kuti munogona kuti calculating. Saka I said that not consider or not calculating m squared minus m minus 12 modai. Saka pakanzi calculating panapa munogona kuti simplifying. Saka yamawedza munogona kushandisa, munogona kuti simplifying. But I think the word which is the most befitting is simplifying. So let us rather use that one. Saka zvamuchaita panapa munongoya pano moti simplifying m squared minus m minus 12. Saka tikatora m squared minus m minus 12 tikada kuifactorize, chekutanga we make sure kuti iri written in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. Kana muda kunyanya kunzwisisa about this, please tsvagai our lesson on our channel ratakadzidzisa quadratics kana kuti ratakadzidzisa quadratic factorization kuti muzounderstand. But it must be written in the form m to the power 2 potevera term in m pozopedzisira a constant which in our case is minus 12. Then in this particular order we are going to multiply the first and the last terms. Saka minus 12 times m squared the minus 12 m squared. Yaita minus 12 m squared, tichada ma factors of minus 12 m squared such that kana tika multiply ma factors yao anofanirwa kutipa minus 12 m squared, asi tika ma adda kana kusubtracta anofanirwa kutipa minus m. Saka ma factors atichashanda nawo panapa, tikatora 4m na 3m andika, then tikaisa minus pana 4m toisa plus panapa. Minus 4m plus 3m di minus m, saka ta satisfy the first condition. Minus 4m times 3m di minus 12m squared ta satisfy the second condition. So those are our factors. Then teacher replace a minus m with these factors. So m squared minus 4m plus 3m minus 12. Then we are going to group, teacher and some brackets. Then from the first bracket we factor out m, kudedisaritina m minus 4. From the second bracket we factor out 3, kudedisarifutitina m minus 4. Saka panapa tiri kuti answer yedu inenge iri m plus 3 m minus 4 like this. Ndio answer yatinowana kana tikaita consider kana tikasimplify our numerator, which is m squared minus m minus 12. Then tadai so we can also do this. Saka ngatidai. Saka ndoda kutora this ndozviswededza padhuze neuko. Dakukuratidzai what we are going to do next. Saka next what we do is tichati, let me use a different color. Tinogona kuya panapa toti futi simplifying m to the power 3 minus 9m. Saka toda kufactorize m to the power 3 minus 9m inenge equal to chi, we factor out m, kureva kuti teta sarwa tina m squared minus 9. But m squared minus 9, I want you to remember the difference of two squares. Takati difference of two squares, kana tina a squared minus b squared inenge equal to chi. So we learned from the difference of two squares kuti a squared minus b squared iri equal to a minus b, a plus b. So this is quite important and you are going to see kuti zvinoshanda papi. So kana tadai so much tikatarisa m cubed minus 9m yatati tika factor out m chasara tina m squared minus 9. Saka 9 is what is called a perfect square. A perfect square pakuti we have two numbers. We have a number which if we multiply that number by itself to 9. Kureva kuti 3 times 3 is equal to 9. That makes 9 a perfect square. Saka panapa tinogona kunyora yakadai so. Tuvatati m squared minus 3 squared. Saka ta replace a 9 na 3 squared. Ta replace a 9 na 3 squared. Zoreva kuti ticha apply this principle here, the difference of two squares. Because panapa tina a squared minus b squared. Panapa tina m squared minus 3 squared. This is going to be equal to m, then update m minus 3, m plus 3. Saka this is what we get tika simplify our denominator. Saka tawana in answer after ta simplify our numerator, then we also got an answer after ta simplify our denominator. What are we going to do with these answers? So I want to rewrite that question so that you can actually see what. So the question is, let me just take it. So this is our question, and remember this is the numerator which is simplified. This is the denominator which is simplified. Saka m squared minus m minus 12 over m to the power 3 minus 9m inenge iri equal to chi. Pata simplify numerator yasara iri m plus 3, m minus 4. Then pata simplify denominator yasara yakadai so. Ngatinyorese zvairi m minus 3 like this, m plus 3. So kana tichida kusimplify panapa tinenge tichiti m plus 3 toichekana m plus 3 like that. Kureva kuti tichasara tina m minus 4 over m minus 3. Saka can we simplify m minus 4 dividing m and m minus 3? No, we can't. Saka this actually becomes our final answer. Kana tada iso tinenge to simplify. So this is how it is done. So ta simplify our numerator, ta factorize that quadratic expression, take simplify our denominator, tichishandisa factorization ne difference of two squares, then tikatoona kuti bracket ra m plus 3 nebracket ra m plus 3 zviri kuchekana. Chimwe chinhu, my expressions aya, please always write them in brackets. That is of fundamental importance. Let us now look at this question. Saka question iyo tinodila nayo sei. Question yacho yakati simplify, and what are we simplifying? 2a plus 6 over a minus 3 dividing a plus 3 over a squared minus 2a minus 3. So before taenda anyway, zvatinofanirwa kutanga kuita panapa ndeizvi. Tikatarisa fraction iyo ina a plus 3 over a squared minus 2a minus 3, tinoona kuti pane a quadratic expression. Saka we have to simplify that quadratic expression first. Saka titangoya panapa totichi simplifying a squared minus 2a minus 3. Saka toda kufactorize a squared minus 2a minus 3. Of which pakufactorize a squared minus 2a minus 3, since yakanyorwa in the correct format, patinotanga na squared tongenda kuna a topesera nenumber, we then are just going to multiply the first and the last terms. A squared times minus 3, the minus 3a squared, like that. Saka zvadai so, we want factors of minus 3a squared. Ma factors are minus 3a squared atiri kuda ndekuti tikama multiply anotipa minus 3a squared, asi tikama add or subtractor anotipa minus 2a. So if we look at 3a na a, then tikuda kuwana minus 2a, kureva kuti minus panapa apo plus. Minus 3a plus a ndi minus 2a, minus 3a times a ndi minus 3a squared. Then tawana ma factors edu akanaka, tichama substitute into the quadratic expression, kureva kuti a squared minus 3a plus a minus 3. Then to groupa shansa ma brackets. From the first bracket we are going to factor out a, kuti tisare tina a minus 3. From the next bracket we factor out plus 1, kuti tisare tina a minus 3. Kureva kuti factorized, that quadratic expression becomes a plus 1, a minus 3, like this. So that is the answer we are getting. I hope you understand panapa, because I want to clear this space so that we can have our working. Okay, so I'm going to remove this part. So after removing this part, taona kuti tika factorize this tinowana that kureva kuti zvatanyora panapa zvinenge zva equal to 2a plus 6 over a minus 3 divided by a plus 3 over, then a squared minus 2a minus 3 takuinyora as a plus 1 a minus 3. So zvatakuda kuchita panapa is very important. I call it compacting. Zvatakuita apa ndezvekuti since our are my expressions, 2a plus 6 e expression, a minus 3 e expression, a plus 3 e expression, my expressions ese ngatimaise mukati mema brackets. And this step is very important. Manga muchikanganwa this step. Very, very important. Saka 2a plus 6 tunoisa mukati mema brackets, a minus 3 toisa mukati mema brackets, a plus 3 toisa mukati mema brackets. Tada iso mchaona kukosha kwa zvakaita. Tichazoti this is equal to bracket ra 2a plus 6. Andika? In fact, tinogona kutofactorize bracket racho ngatingozviitirai muquestion. Panapa tika factor out 2, chasara tinani a plus 3. Like that. Sakata factorize apo. This is dividing a minus 3 but muma brackets. Saka division sign tikaichinja to a multiplication sign tinenge takupidigura kunoku kureva kuti kwakudai. So a plus 1 a minus 3 over a plus 3 like this. So let me remove this part to avoid any confusions. Okay. Saka tadai, so what is this going to be equal to? This is actually equal to, mukacherechedza pamusana pekuti taisa zvinhu mabrackets zvakumeka sense kucancela bracket ra a plus 3 neiri bracket ra a plus 3 like that. Zvakumeka sense kucancela bracket ra a minus 3 neiri bracket ra a minus 3 kureva kuti takusarwa tina 2 times bracket ra a plus 3, which is simply 2 multiplying a plus 1 actually. So this is our final answer. Saka kuisa mabrackets compacting kunobatsira kana takuda kusolva zvinhu uye kunotiudza kuti tiri kutreata a plus 3 as an expression, a plus 1, a minus 3 as expressions. So please don't forget this part. Then we can just cancel out things and we get our final answer. Let us now look at this question. Saka question hiyo iri kuti chi? Express 3 minus x plus 2 over x minus 1 as a single fraction in its simplest form. Saka tapiwa 3 minus x plus 2 over x minus 1. Those watapiwa iso. Okay. Saka kukosha kwakaita this particular question. Before we go anywhere with it, ngatisei zvinhu mukati memabrackets like that. Then chatofanga kunzwisisa ndechekuti kana tichida kusolva zvinhu, muri kunzwisisa? Tichida kusolva zvinhu tinofanirwa kumeka sure kuti zvine same denominator. So question can be attached. Question can actually be answered from many different angles. So let me try to show you the most important angles. Okay. So our method number 1 inenge chiti chi. Ngatiti 3 unoi towatamuti over 1. Saka tagadzira a fraction with 3. Saka let us separate those two numbers into those that algebraic fraction. Saka this will be equal to, what is going to be the common denominator? Common denominator panapa ichava chi 1 multiplying x minus 1. So tinogona kuti 1 times chi x minus 1. That's our common denominator. Saka tikati 1 into the common denominator, ma1 ari kuchekana pachisara bracket ra x minus 1. Bracket ra x minus 1 times 3 ndiro chi answer ngari 3 x minus 1 se ish. Toisa minus iripo ish. Bracket ra x minus 1 richipinda common denominator rikunochekana ne bracket iri pachisara 1. 1 times that inongodzoka iri chi. Remember my brackets x plus 2. Remember my brackets. Because deno panapa tanga tainyora yakadai, so yakati 3 x minus 1 toatati minus toregosa ma brackets dot x plus 2. Tinenge taita mistake yekuti tangoisa negative pana x. Negative has to affect 2, of which negative anofanirwa ku affect bracket rese ra x plus 2. So please be careful there. It's a common mistake in customer marks. Always put brackets. Sakatakadai, let us deal with our numerator, removing brackets. 3 times x and 3x, 3 times minus 1 and minus 3, minus 1 times x and minus x, minus 1 times 2 and minus 2. Saka both x and 2 were affected. And this is over panapa, since it is 1 multiplying bracket ra x minus 1, we can as well just say bracket ra x minus 1 like that. So this then is equal to tikati 3x minus x tinowana 2x minus 3 minus 2 ndi minus 5 over x minus 1. Chero mukasiya answer yenyu iri brackets, chero mukasiya isiri, inenge ingori correct answer nonetheless. Saka I recommend this method yekutanga yataita. It's straightforward. Munongo convert 3 into a fraction. Munozvita sei? Ngoti 3 over 1. Then it's 3 over 1 minus bracket x plus 2 over bracket x minus 1. But we can talk of a second method. Saka pa second method, tapiwa 3 minus katungoisa ari brackets bracket x plus 2 over bracket x minus 1. Zvatinogona kuita panapa, tichishandisa kuti 3 times 1, tichishandisa kuti 3 times 1 is equal to 3, uye nekuziva kuti 1 tinogona kumunyora akadai so, bracket x minus 1 over bracket x minus 1. Saka panapa tangoti 3 handika times 1, but 1 yacho tainyora as bracket x minus 1 over bracket x minus 1. Because brackets aya anochekana pachingosara 3. Tachuzirei bracket x minus 1 because riri kudenominator. Toda kuti madenominator edu adi afanane. So it's something like this. Saka that might be a little trickier, but I want you to pay particular attention. Zvatanyora apo zvakangofanana nekuti 3 times 1. But 1 wedu utazomunyora ari fraction run x minus 1 over x minus 1. Tichizviitirei? Tichizviita nekuti tikuda kufananidza madenominator. So tadai so, what we are going to do is tane the same denominator pasasap. Saka having the same denominator, zvinongoreva kuti this is going to be equal to 3x minus 1 minus x plus 2 over, then common denominator inongonyora yakadai x minus 1. Mukacherechedza madzangu, stage yatatosvika yafanana neiyo. 3 times bracket x minus 1 minus bracket x plus 2 over, panapa pazongoti 1 times bracket x minus 1, panapa tazongonyora bracket x minus 1. Saka kana zvafanana apa tikaisolve ichatidzosera panapa. Saka method tundangoisira kuti ndistretch njere dzenyu dzisoma uye kuti mugone kushandisa nekumanipulata zvinhu. Asi method yandinokurudzira kuti mudzidzire method number 1 nekuti haisi as much nuanced. Let us now look at this question. Question yedu iri kuti express that 2 over 2 minus 3n minus 1 over n as a single fraction in its simplest form. Chekutanga kuita sei? Isaika expression aka brackets. Very important. Then madai so, trikuda common denominator. Tinoiwana sei nekumultiply ma denominators. Saka tukumultiply n times 2 minus 3n. Saka panapa tikati bracket ra 2 minus 3n into common denominator. Ma 2 minus 3n ari kuchekana pachisara n. n times 2 ndi 2n. Andika? Toisa minus ish. n into the common denominator, ma n ochekana, posara 2 minus 3m. 2 minus 3m times 1, it's just 1 times 2 minus 3n. Saka minus e tengeta toinyora. Saka this is equal to, tichati ingeri 2n. Minus 1 times 2 ndi minus 2. Minus 1 times minus 3n ndi plus 3n. This is equal to n 2 minus 3n, like that. Saka this is equal to, tikati 2n plus 3n, that's 5n. So it's 5n minus 2 over n 2 minus 3n. Tine rimwe nzira yatinogona kusimplify nayo panapa. we do not have, because 5n minus 2 tiri kuiwana from simplification a fraction where we used this common denominator n times 2 minus 3n. You get it? Saka this would be the sum of it. Tinenge tatopedza. So this is our tutorial. Tanga tichita ma questions algebraic fractions. If you want extra help or extra lessons, WhatsApp us on +26371 521 3310. Kana muri muZimbabwe is just 071 521 3310. Like that. Thank you and muwe neswara kanaka.